How to start a bullet journal. Or what I wish I'd known before I started. Now, it seems pretty obvious. What do? Buy a journal and a pen. Look stuff up on YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. Well, this is a terrible way to begin bullet journaling because it will suck. All of it. Your journal will suck and your experience with it will suck. Don't do it. Do not start with a person's YouTube page. Why? Because that isn't the first step. Step 1, figure out yourself. What kind of person are you? How do you learn? How do you deal with conflict? What's your response to failure? Right? Get some real clarity about you. And once you've got it, pick one of 3 paths. The Patient Perfectionist, the Itchy Starter, and the Rebel. The Patient Perfectionist. Now, one of the things we have to get clear on is almost everyone has a problem with perfectionism, but some of us have it really bad. And we also have a need to do things the right way more than we have a need to get things done right now. If this is you, when you're done with this video, go straight to the bullet journal page, buy Ryder Carroll's book, The Bullet Journal Method, and read it all the way through before you've really pretty much done anything else, right? And then, of course, as you read, you'll probably want to have a cheap notebook to get a sense of things and just sort of play around in it. But the point is to learn as much as possible so that your perfectionism doesn't derail you. And besides, you've got time. The Itchy Starter. Now, if you're the one itching to get started, don't read the book now. Save that for later. You need to get moving. So watch Matt Ragland's brilliant approach to simplifying the method of bullet journaling before you start to put the book together, like the book being your bullet journal. Why his approach is valuable is because he puts the method at the heart of the process from the start. Everyone else teaches you to set your notebook up first before you even know what you're doing. This process is often distracting and can mess everything up for newcomers. Perfection and ignorance combine to make frustration. The Rebel. About 10 to 15% of the population are never going to follow rules or process about anything ever. They're going to do what they're going to do in every situation. If this is you, own it. Do what you want. But a lot of people who are itchy starters think they are rebels. Step 2, research and practice. Read, watch videos, learn about the method, then practice. Use a spiral-bound notebook you bought for 50 cents and any pen within your reach. Start with that. Get started practicing while you learn so you get a better sense of how the method works. Step 3, set the start date. Now, practice is essential to success in most everything, but plan now for when to really start, right? Set a date with yourself. Be thoughtful. Give yourself enough time to read the book or to follow Matt Ragland's timeline, right? So practice for, say, 3 to 4 weeks. Then when the date comes, get started. Set up the notebook, put things in it, and give it a shot. Because now that you know the method, you are more likely to get the rest. Step 4, fail. You're going to mess up. So the sooner you learn to get over it, the better. We practiced so that the big stuff would not derail us. But now it's time for a new practice, to start practicing not sweating the details, right? Like a line that isn't straight, or you wrote Monday when it's really Tuesday. Don't grab the whiteout. Simply cross it out and write the proper day. Leave it and let that sense of frustration linger so that you can interrogate it, to overcome the impulse to condemn it. Perfectionism is the enemy. I personally love the baseball metaphor too much not to use it here. The average hitter in baseball messes up 75 out of 100 times. An all-star messes up 70 out of 100 times. In baseball, failure is the norm. The difference between average and amazing is failing a fraction fewer times. That's it. A quick note before you start, or restart. Understand the true value of your tools. right? Practice with a cheap notebook so you feel better about ruining it. But also remember Ryder Carroll's instructions about bullet journaling remain important. If you buy a good dedicated journal, you're more likely to value it more. So it may be hard to start in it, or you might think you can ruin it. You can't. But more importantly, you are making an investment in yourself. So order a journal and try a pen that you like writing with. Put them on the shelf for when you're ready to get started. Like, do that stuff now to prepare yourself for later so that you'll do it later. Then when you get there, just do it. Because guess what? When you fill the book, you'll get another chance to make the next one better. Please join me on this quest to make bullet journaling make more sense. Subscribe, hit the little bell if you're into notifications, and look in the notes for links. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.